if you guys remember, this guy right here, he's the one that died on the roller coaster. Now, I'm not trying to say like maybe he was crippled and shouldn't be on a roller coaster this intense or whatever. We'll just let everybody else figure it out. But yeah, there's a lot of questions now because the guy was in a wheelchair and they propped him up and he died from head trauma. At least that's what they're saying today on this Stardust Racers, which is at the brand new Epic Universe.
So to catch me up, I was gone while this story broke. I was traveling. I wasn't on. We were talking about here. My understanding is that we heard that somebody passed away on the Stardust Racer.
Correct.
We heard that they essentially passed away from head trauma, and it sounded like maybe they had passed out while on the ride, and because their head was then whipping all over the place, that was like the result. Do we know anything more? Am I right?
The only other thing is so far the investigation that was done on the roller coaster itself at Epic said that the ride functioned normally, like nothing flew off, nothing hit him in the head or anything like that. So of course the next step here is the family has got an attorney and we'll go from there. That being said, with all this, yes, I'm sad that somebody died. There is now a new person to come into play because now another guest has sued Universal Studios Epic Universe for an injury on the same roller coaster right here. It says a Central Florida woman is suing Universal, claiming she was injured on the Stardust Racers at Epic Universe, the same coaster where a man was found unresponsive, later proclaimed dead. According to the channel news, 49-year-old Sandy Streets, that's her name, states that
sounds like a cartoon character.
Yeah, that the coaster caused her head to shake violently and slam against the headrest. She alleges that Universal failed to properly restrain her head. Now, I've been on this ride. It's like the Velocicoaster. You know the Velocicoaster? So you sit down and then the bar, no, it comes like there's nothing on the shoulders.
It's not over the top. It's like a lap one, yeah.
So from what I remember, that's how it was. And so there's nothing. Basically, there's nothing. Like
there would be nothing to restrain your head with.
Right. Exactly. So unless she's saying that the ride is faulty or something along those lines, it's very, very odd.
I have literally no knowledge of this other than the 30 seconds you've pulled this up and talked about it. I feel like she's just somebody like looking for money. But
sounds that way. But
it is an intense roller coaster. Right.
If you've been on the Velocicoaster, it's like way more. And that's a crazy one. It's so much better than that if you were looking for intensity. But they're literally just asking for a jury to decide how much Universal should compensate Streets for her alleged injuries. That's it. Like there's no set number. There's not like, so it sounds like they're filing a lawsuit and hoping that they would settle like quickly.
That's exactly what they're doing. And, whatever, I guess, try to get your money if you can. Look, the lawyer, I don't know the lawyer's name. The lawyer's the black guy in that picture from the New York Post.
That's a different case. That's a different case. Yeah. That's for the guy that died.
I feel really bad that anybody would pass away on a roller coaster, certainly. And certainly if that happens, you should explore all possibilities, including, recompense in some way like that. This is what I'm going to say. There are rules listed everywhere about if you have these problems, do not go on these rides. They're impossible to miss. You see them on every ride, even the ones that aren't nearly as intense as that. I don't know exactly what was wrong with that guy, why he's in a wheelchair, any of that stuff. Sometimes you just can't ride things and you shouldn't ride things, right? If you're 9 months pregnant, you shouldn't go on this thing, right? If you have spinal issues, you shouldn't go on these things. I don't know, but I'm just saying, there's a huge group of people out there when they walk up there in their scooter and they're too fat to fit in the ride, or you don't have enough stuff for handicapped people. So they try to do this anyway. And now you have this case.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I think that they need to stop trying to appeal to those people and just be a little more hardcore and be like, sorry, too fat can't ride, crippled can't ride. That's just the truth. Not everybody is able to do everything. And that's okay. That's the way the world is.
Yeah, either two things are going to happen here. Either they're going to make like you said, the rules to get on this very strict. And yes, if they start like profiling people We'll probably hear the Karens cry, but yeah, better be profiled than die on a roller coaster, for crying out loud. Either that's going to happen or they're just going to take the ride down. That's which, it's either one of the two. Because now you got somebody died, now you got another lawsuit, and if more to come, like if this lady were to win her lawsuit, I guarantee there's going to be multiple people go, my neck feels a little funny.
Exactly.
And I was on that ride. So
guess what? When I was 12 years old and I rode the Batman ride on Six Flags, and it told you, hey, keep your head back, blah, 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 like when it starts, I was like fucking looking down, and I was not following the instructions, and it started, and my head was like pinned down like this as I'm trying to like slowly raise it up as like the G-forces are like crushing me. That was my fault. Maybe I should have sued them. Maybe I could own Six Flags right now. Maybe I could have changed that stupid song. I don't know.
He would have got me in for free.
It's true.
Well, we'll keep an eye on all this stuff because once these lawsuits, like if Universal starts paying out lawsuits, you can guarantee there's going to be a lot more showing up.
If we should go, Jay, see if we can get hurt.
I mean, you just look at me and tell them there's something wrong.
Yeah, the direct cause. It's not from Tylenol. It's from Jay's theme park experience. That's it.